I am banged up.
You slipped in the ice?
Oh, boy, did I, Jimmy. And this is why, well, I haven't said it to the audience, but I said it to Anthony. I'm very sad today because, well, I was in the elevator with this old guy, right? It was early in the morning, and I just wanted, Jimmy knows, our supermarket's right there, about a block and a half away. And I leave the elevator with the old guy, and he leaves the building, and he's in front of me, and I'm like, oh, I can't walk this slow.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get around those people.
And it's snowing. It was snowing, and it was icy yesterday. And so I got around him, like you just said, and I continued my little trot of just jogging. And just as I'm ready to cross the street, my right leg just, whoa! Not even a chance of trying to keep it straight, right?
Yeah.
I go flying on my knee. My hand, that's no big deal, really. My pinky's cut up a little bit. My shoulder, my hip, and my knee, so freaking hard. I'm like, holy crap! I think I just twisted my knee out, right? So when you fall down, and it doesn't matter if you fall in the rain, in a puddle, in the mud, in the snow. You just want to lay there for a second and just kind of like assess the damages.
Yeah, you want to see if your anything's busted.
Yeah, and
then you just want to kind of go like, holy jeez, I just kind of fell.
Yeah, the last thing I care about is that I'm in slushy, icy, wet snow.
Yeah, you're already in it.
I don't care. I'll change my clothes when I get back to the apartment. I just want to lay there to see if I'm effed up.
Mm-hmm.
The old guy that I passed, he comes running up to me, and he's helping me up by you know how you help someone up by grabbing their elbow and stuff. And I want to go, just leave me alone. I just want to lay here. Because I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
I'll get up in my own good time.
So he's being, he's really trying to be nice, and he helps me up by lifting me up by my elbow. And then I thought to myself, this is the first time in my life that I've ever been helped up. And it's really depressing. That is really depressing.
Get you a medical alert button.
Right.
Yeah.
Even back in the days when we were fighting and stuff, and you get knocked out or something. No one's helping you up. You eventually get up on your own.
Get up by yourself.
I'm like, this is a sad day. The first time ever being helped up.
Slipped on the ice. You slipped on the, walking down the stairs and done that foot slide off the stairs and crack your tailbone kind of thing.
Wow.
There's plenty of times you've fallen through your life, but then you just kind of, you get up. Oh, and an old guy helped you up?
He had to be 70.
Oh,
he had to be pushing 70.
Oh, that's terrible.
And the guy can move, man, because he ran across the street to help me. I'm like, just let me be here, in my misery, and let me figure out what the hell's wrong with me before I decide to get up.
Yeah.
I'm just banged up, but man, my right shoulder is killing me today. And then the night ended with me almost burning down my apartment, so it was a great weekend.
What happened there?
I decided to go back to the same supermarket to get a couple steaks. Haven't had steak in a while.
Oh, no.
Got a nice cut. And I throw some balsamic vinaigrette dressing on the top. Seasoned it up, right? But instead of mushing the dressing into the steak, just to give it a little lube so it's not nice, so it's not dry. So it was just a pile of dressing kind of thick on the top of both. Threw it in the broiler, went back to full tilt poker. And all of a sudden, Lindsay goes, it sounds like the steaks are burning. I'm like, it sounds like that.
That's good. That's a good crackling sound.
Exactly, because I kind of hear the crackling in the background. She goes, it sounds like the steaks are on fire. I'm like,
sizzling.
They're sizzling. A couple more hands, because I got to figure out in my head how much time I need for the steaks, right? She goes, no, I really think they're on fire. There's a little smoke coming out of the oven. I'm like,
natural.
And then she finally says it a third time. Like, all right, I'll check on the steaks. I open the door. Flames shooting right up my cabinets, almost to the ceiling. Maybe not almost to the ceiling, but at least 2 feet. At least.
Wow.
It was like halfway to the ceiling, but up the cabinets. I'm like, close the oven, turn it off immediately. Smoke is filling up my apartment. We call downstairs, and Lindsay's like, And I'm like, no, because I don't want a big scene. I don't want the fire department. I'm like, I got to try to figure this out on my own. But it's still ablazing. She goes, never mind. She hangs up the phone. And then she runs to try to find a fire extinguisher. I just moved in here like 3 or 4 months ago. And all I hear is her running and screaming. She ran from one side of the apartment all the way back saying no fire extinguisher. And no real exciting ending to the story. The flames finally went out in the steak, but my whole place just smoked out.
The best way, I think, to put out a steak fire in the oven so you could still salvage the
Water?
steaks is you take a wet dish towel and just throw it over the steaks.
You're a smarter man.
That way you can still eat them, and it puts the fire out.
You know, there's a difference between a guy and a girl. You're absolutely right, because I was trying to figure out how to do this, because I had like a cup of water, and I'm like, man, this
you
is
don't
like
want to throw a cup in there.
it's like, this is a grease fire. That can make it a little worse, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
right? And then Lindsay's trying to find the fire extinguisher, and I'm sitting there like, as the apartment is filling up with smoke, no exaggeration, it was pretty bad. I'm still thinking in my head, I could salvage these steaks.
I still want to eat.
That's a guy's mentality. And you know what? I paid good money for these steaks. I didn't go for like a cheap cut. I was like, I don't have steak often. I'm going for the Mac Daddy, the nice New York strip, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm thinking as the smoke is pouring out of the oven. I'm like, I got to save these steaks, man. And she's just thinking fire extinguisher, get the fire out. And then I was ready to take the whole tray out, which was ablaze. And
Oh, no, that's never a good idea.
no, and throw it in the sink, and then just douse it with the hosey thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's going to ruin the steak. That's going to take the flavor out. I spent a lot of time seasoning these steaks.
Yeah, with gasoline, apparently.
But that's where guys and girls are completely different. I'm still thinking, save the steak. She's thinking, put out the effing fire
Yeah,
immediately.
don't burn the place down.
We could always get new steaks, right? So it was quite a day yesterday, man.
Falling down and burning your apartment.